You've got to increase your capacity to produce more outcomes, to handle more stress, and to live with more boredom and delayed gratification. What I mean by that third one is being able to sit down and do the work even though other things are way more fun, like playing a game, watching Netflix, eating, whatever. You have to be able to sit in the pain of the boredom and think, I am getting this done. When I realised that people with bigger results had a greater capacity than me, I sat down with a pen and paper and I asked myself the question, how can I increase my capacity? This is what I came up with. Number one, I had to get fitter. I had to get fitter. Isn't it funny how people with the things that we want tend to get better sleep, eat better food, and take better care of their bodies? That meant 8 hours of sleep a night so that my cognitive functioning at least worked at a level that was going to support me. There's nothing worse than trying to make a video when you're tired. When you've had enough sleep, you've eaten vegetables, you've drunk water, you feel energized and awake and rested, it is so much easier. That meant changing a habit. I used to stay up till midnight, 1 a.m. working, and then get up at 10, 11, feel tired and groggy, push through the day, never have a break, and the same cycle would repeat again. Loads of people do that. I disciplined myself to get up at 5 a.m. every single morning. I need to do that to fit in the stuff that I want to do. Otherwise I'm full with clients, full with delivery, and I don't get the time to do the stuff that will grow my brand, make videos, think, strategize, and even have a little bit of time to myself just to ponder, the meaning of life. So I started getting up at 5 a.m. Now, this didn't mean that I just set my alarm, woke up the next day and I was like, ta-da, I'm a different person, look how productive I am. It took me a year to build that habit. Then I started adding in the gym. I wanted to feel stronger, have more energy. And guess where I learned this stuff from? I didn't download it or imagine it. I learnt it from people who were successful. So I started building discipline in the gym and bringing it back into my life. If I could discipline myself to do one more lift, to get to the gym that day, and to drink more water while I was there, and then come back, and I didn't even worry about bedtime, I just worried about getting up at 5. The alarm would go off and I'd say, get up, 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 till I was on my feet, and the second I stood up I was like, yes! And I'd celebrate myself. And even for the first few weeks of doing it, I remember going downstairs and I didn't open my books and start producing high caliber work. I would sit and stare into space thinking, I'm so tired, this is awful, what am I? No, you're building a new habit, you can do this, watch something on YouTube, read some of your book, have a cup of tea, enjoy this transition. That was the pain. I had to sit through that for a long time before it became natural for me to wake up. The other big thing that I did and I am doing to increase capacity was something called nervous system regulation. In order to change and heal, I started going to therapy, I was reading books on healing, I was reading books on childhood trauma, on behavior, conditions, subconscious programming, energy, everything. I mean, I read, right? It's the first place I go. And I started coming across this idea of breathing, of breath work, and how healing it can be, and also these ideas of learning to self-soothe ourselves as adults. I think quite often, when a situation's difficult, we are triggered, and it's the child in us either acting out or replaying a response that is normal to us, but it doesn't serve us as adults. So 2 things I do all the time. When I'm doing something that's difficult, like saving money instead of buying rubbish, really hard for me to do, or saving money instead of just giving it away, I can feel discomfort. It feels uncomfortable, and I want to alleviate the discomfort by buying the thing, eating the sugar, doing the bad habit. Because even though that is painful to me and detrimental to me longer term, subconsciously it alleviates and soothes the pain. When I want a chocolate bar, I say to myself, Lisa, you're safe and you're okay. And you might not agree with this, but I say to myself, Lisa, sugar is poison. Eating sugar is like drinking alcohol. It's not good for you. You don't like how you feel on it. And it's going to set you back. And I'll say to myself, maybe not in these words, but I'll just say, Lisa, just sit with the discomfort you're feeling. You want the sugar because it will take the edge off it and make you feel okay. Same with Netflix, alcohol, cigarettes, whatever. Everyone has their vice. But what you really want to do here is grow through this. And I'll say to myself things like, you're an adult, you're safe. You're growing, you're healing. Just sit with the discomfort. Nothing's going to happen. You're safe, you're safe, you're safe. And if I pair that with looking off into the distance and breathing, I find that my nervous system just relax and I feel okay. And I can let the energy and the pain and the discomfort just move through me and literally evaporate or dissipate into the atmosphere. It sounds crazy, but I can feel the discomfort and I can feel it go, but only if I sit with the pain. So I'll breathe, deep breath in, I fill my lungs, and when they're full, just breathe in a little bit more, and then I sigh, this massive sigh out, and I breathe out. And crucially, I'm looking off into the distance when I do it. The reason for that is I learned that when we don't feel safe, often our eyes are darting around. So if we're out and about and we sense danger, we don't go, oh, look at the mountains in the distance, aren't they beautiful? We don't do that. We go, oh, what is that? What is it? What is it? What is it? And we start looking around. Our viewpoint becomes very small and limited to the space around us. Our eye movement gets faster, our breathing gets rapid, and obviously there's a whole chemical processes that happen in the body to prepare us for fight, flight, freeze, fawn, whatever our typical reaction is, whatever our trained reaction is. The opposite of that is to look off into the distance, look at the mountains, the grass, the clouds, and breathe. That signals to our nervous system we're safe. Biologically and chemically, we are safe.